Happy July the 24th. Today we will be continuing our Xenoblade Chronicles journey and also celebrating Amelia Earhart Day, Cousins Day, Auntie's Day. There's also like National Thermal Engineers Day. Lot of interesting things there, but the one that interests me most, aside from Cousins Day, which I'll probably do a little bit with my cousin here, Mr. Crime TM69, this evening with the Pokemon Unite for the anniversary. Where am I going? Do I need to go down somewhere? I feel like I'm just playing Ring Around the Rosie here. It's a very... Okay. Am I going here? No. Alright, let's play Follow the Dots. Follow the dots. This is something I'm struggling with. Am I going up the stairs? Okay. Anyway, so it's National Cousins Day. So, you know, got to do a video with him. And I also have to do a little shout out here for National Tell an Old Joke Day. I am full of a horrible, corny old jokes. And if I had to pick a favorite, I'll keep it a little clean here. You've got blonde jokes, which I'm not sure if those are very PC anymore, but I'll throw one out there anyway. So, there's this blonde. She's driving down the road, having a beautiful, just wonderful day. Top down, cruising. She comes around a bend and sees another blonde in the middle of a field, rowing a boat. She gets mad. She gets angry, pulls over her car, stands up on the side of the road and yells, "Hey! It's blondes like you that make blondes like me look stupid." The blonde in the boat stands up and says, "Why don't you come out here and say that to my face?" The blonde on the side of the road says, "I would if I could swim."
Melia, what will you do now?
I would like to repay you for your help. Permit me to act as your guide to Aerith Sea.
Of course, we'd love you to.
But I must warn you, Aerith Sea is vast. Do you know where you wish to go?
There's a dark tower at the head of the Bionis. I saw it in a vision. That's where I must go.
A dark tower? Then we need not search at all.
So you've heard of it?
Heard of it? I have seen it. A dark tower at the head of the Bionis. Only one place fits that description. So you know it. I believe what you saw was Prison Island.
Prison Island? Dixon said the same thing.
Indeed. Melia, have you ever been there?
I have not set foot upon the island, but I know of it. Prison Island is sealed. No one may enter without Imperial sanction.
Imperial sanction, eh? That means we'll be needing someone to grant us entry. I've heard that Aerith Sea is home to an empire ruled by the High Entier. They might be our best chance.
You are knowledgeable for a Homs.
Sanctions? Empires? Anyone help here?
A sanction is permission from someone important. An empire must be a place ruled by an emperor. In other words, we need an emperor's permission to enter the island.
This emperor, is he important?
Long before we Homs built the colonies, a group of so-called royal types, or imperials, ruled our lands. Think of them like the heads of our colony, but with much greater influence and power.
Now I get it. Dunban knows more than a textbook.
Are you kidding? That's first year Homs history, Ryan.
I might have slept through that class. So when do we get to meet these High Entier folks?
You are so... Oh, forget it. First, we must travel to the Imperial capital.
We'll see how easy it is to see this emperor.
My promise was to be your guide. I will not break it.
Melia, isn't that the...
The shortcut to Aerith Sea. Yes,
Alright. So anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed my joke, if in fact you did. If you didn't, feel free to mute at this point, because there's going to be several more. I can't decide if when they say old jokes, they mean like tell them about old people or just jokes from your childhood. One that I remember that I never particularly thought was funny, but that just sticks out in my mind is, what do you call a pig that knows karate? You're like, haha, a pork chop.
What is it?
Friends, jumping ball. All go to Aerith.
Jump? In that? You're nuts, Furball.
You have nothing to fear. This will take us to Aerith Sea.
Who would have thought Aerith Sea was right on top of Ricky's village? Dive deep enough, you can reach their tree.
Perhaps you should try.
Might do. Haven't decided yet.
Is something wrong?
Aren't you curious? About why we're going to Prison Island, I mean.
It is not common for Homs to visit this region. You may have good reason, but forgive me. I do not pry into other people's business.
It's definitely bugging her, Shulk.
How dare you, you clown?
It's okay, Melia. We're not strangers anymore.
Well, You're right.
So then you'll listen to our story?
Yes. Tell me why you are here.
Basically, it all started when...
I see. I had heard about the Mechon assault on the lower regions, but did not know the situation was so grave. How lucky we are. Hey, what's that?
Is that?
You are looking at Prison Island.
So that's Prison Island.
Yes. And that is the Imperial capital, Alchemoth.
It's not just me, right? A floating city's a bit weird.
Built with superior defenses in mind.
Incredible. What technology makes this possible?
I do not know, and I've never had the need to.
You don't know? It doesn't freak you out?
You can eat bread without knowing how to bake it. Makes sense to me.
You will need Imperial sanction to enter Prison Island.
Okay.
We will travel to the capital first.
And how do you expect us to get up there? Fly?
There is a transporter up ahead. We can use that.
We've been deep sea diving. Now we're gonna fly? This place gives me the creeps. I guess we don't have a choice. Right. Onwards to the capital.
Still,
What is it, Dunban?
it's a sight to behold. Those look like anti-mechon defense systems.
Okay. First of all, Dunban's little quote about you can eat bread without knowing how it's made. That is such a cop-out. Like, yeah, you can, like, eat bread without knowing how it's made, but there's a recipe and you know it's possible. Like, nobody just, like, has a recipe for how to float an island. Like, who's gonna look into that? You could be lying to me about the bread. I wouldn't know any different, but come now. You gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. Does it... Guess it wants me to jump, right? Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we've got a ways to go. I was thinking of some more jokes from my childhood. And I remember one that my friend told me when I was in like school that we told for a talent show. And when I say talent show, it was like a homemade talent show on a school bus. It was really dumb. Like, I had a book bag. Anyway, it's a long story. So I wrote a song about a tortilla. It's really more of a rap. What did the police say? What did the policeman say to his belly? You're under a vest. That's a good one.
Who are these guys?
Are those wings on their head? They must be high Entia.
Welcome home, Lady Melia.
Lady?
Huh?
Thank you, Captain. These Homs and this Nopon are my guests. See them safely to the guest quarters. Give them anything they need.
As you wish. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Melia, are you? Melia,
I cannot speak now, but I shall fulfill my promise.
I understand.
I will arrange for an audience with the Emperor. Will you wait?
We won't move an inch. Trust me.
My thanks.
Lady Melia, he says. Shulk, you thinking the same as me?
Whatever her position is here, Melia won't let us down.
I'm sure you're right.
More of these guys.
I must report the Telethia's defeat to His Majesty and request entry to Prison Island. Shulk is depending on me. I must hurry to the audience chamber.
So, why do all of the female characters walk like they have, like, hip dysplasia?
You say the second consort's child survived her ordeal?
Forgive me, First Consort. I, Tyrea, vow to see your orders fulfilled.
Whilst she's in the capital, do not underestimate the lengths to which His Majesty and the child's loathsome goons will go. How, pray tell, will you avoid the guards?
I will do whatever it takes.
Oh, your stupidity bores me.
Your Highness,
Enough of your drivel!
We will have our chance when she stakes her claim to the throne.
A wild villain appears. That was really funny. I guess they wanted to make sure we knew who Tyrea was, and the only way to do that was for her to say her own name. It's not like one of the other characters could have said it or anything, but still funny. I just can't get over this hip dysplasia thing. Like, look at that. It's ridiculous. Can I go this way? I mean, it's the same thing. But yeah, I heard that comes from bottlenecking genes, and you would think being a half-breed that it wouldn't work that way for her because she'd have a wider range of genetics to choose from, but, you know, I digress. I don't know. Maybe it's just because female characters are sexy. I'm gonna start walking like this. Be knocking stuff off of shelves. Just walk through a library, a whole shelf falls down.
Melia Antiqua, First Princess, has returned, Your Majesty.
Raise your head.
Your Majesty.
The Telethia rained havoc on countless veteran knights. You triumphed where they could not. I find it difficult to suppress these feelings of pride for you, my kin.
But, Your Majesty, I failed to return with any of the subjects you entrusted to me. My inexperience cost them their lives.
We will grieve for them. But it could not have been avoided. It was their duty and honor to fight beside you. They were all aware of your limits.
Emperor!
Keep those feelings of frustration close to you. It will help you to remember the debt you owe to those that have fallen.
Your Majesty, concerning such debts, there were others who aided me.
The Homs and Nopon that accompanied you to the capital? They have been arrested by Imperial security.
Shulk and his companions?
Yes, for reasons pertaining to the weapon this Shulk possesses.
Shulk's weapon? Do you mean the Monado?
So it is true. If that weapon is truly the Monado, we shall be forced to take action.
Why?
There is a legend, passed down through the generations, of a divine weapon. The Monado. It is said that the Bionis itself bestows the blade upon a chosen one. However, if the chosen one is black of heart, he will cause the destruction of the High Entia.
Among High Entia exist the good and bad alike. Homs and Nopon are no different. If this boy is the chosen one,
The Divine Seer's interrogation will reveal where his allegiances lie.
So you intend to keep them confined?
we must.
Father, I mean, Your Majesty. I assure you, Shulk is of pure heart.
As my successor, you will play a role of great importance. Calm your spirit and be patient.
Dear sister, I can see the Emperor's words have confused you.
Brother,
His Majesty has spoken. He recognizes you as the Crown Princess. You are to be the next ruler of the High Entia.
me? And not you?
Yes. The Emperor asked for my counsel, and I told him as I tell you now. You will make a fine Empress. There is no one more suited to leading our people. You proved that when you dispatched the Telethia.
I don't know what to...
Melia.
But the soldiers. I am not fit to rule. I should visit their families and beg for pardon.
Melia, you know that this is not allowed.
I know. But it does nothing for the guilt I feel.
It is as the Emperor said. Grieve their departing, and engrave in your heart their great deeds.
I will.
You are right to question these things, but take pride in who you are. The Emperor has chosen wisely in you, Melia.
I am to be Crown Princess.
Yes, you are. The Ministries of Research and Records are united in support of His Majesty's decision. I, Minister Lorithia, have no objection to your appointment.
I understand.
I would never openly question our Divine Emperor. But the wielder of the Monado, the Chosen One, might be a useful tool.
You think so too?
Yes, but a lowly servant of the realm such as myself could never question His Majesty. However, if the Divine Seer were to intervene...
The Seer could free Shulk.
They should be exchanging words as we speak.
Idiot bird brains. What do we do? A fancy prison is still a prison.
What happened to Melia? I don't see her locked up in here with us.
Exactly. She's in on this.
Shulk, any thoughts here?
Melia won't let us down. She promised to take us to Prison Island. And she's not the kind of person to break a promise.
Okay, Shulk. You win. I believe you. And if you believe Melia, then no arguments from me.
What a very long cutscene. I'm just like walking into a door over and over again. Who am I talking to? I can't remember. Did I just talk to everybody in the room? No. 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 Jeez, did I have to just talk to everybody?
You are to be interrogated by the Divine Seer. Stand back.
Alvis!
Shocker.
I see. So that is why you are here.
Is Melia okay? We didn't mean to cause her any trouble.
Rest assured, she is fine. The real reason you have been detained is not because you are outsiders.
You don't mean...
Yes. The Monado. You see, the High Entia and the Monado go back many years. Millennia, in fact.
Ah.
Leave everything to me. I shall see to it that you are not held for long. We cannot have the saviors of Her Highness treated as criminals now, can we? Free these people. I shall take responsibility for their actions whilst inside the capital. They are now guests of the Imperial family.
Sir!
I am required to report to His Majesty. Otherwise, I would escort you around the capital. Use this room at your leisure. You are free to roam the city or stay here and rest. Farewell.
Hold on, Alvis. I need to ask you...
Be patient. I know what it is you wish to ask. Do not fear. You will learn when the time is right.
The life of the rich. So where are we going?
Anywhere but here. I'm bored of this stuffy room.
Okay, then.
Ricky, find Melly for Shulk.
Ricky, wait.
Your Eminence.
What God want?
If you're after Alvis, he's gone.
What? Where did he go?
What happened?
We received an SOS from a small squadron repairing a transporter at Erith Sea. But the transmission was interrupted, and we have lost all contact with the squadron.
Sounds like they need our help.
Shulk and Ricky go help. Ricky and friends help people in trouble.
Of course. We're happy to help.
But you're outsiders.
Soldier man, not worry. Hereupon Ricky is here to save the day.
It is most appreciated. We need all the help we can get.
The little fish on Ricky's weapon cracks me up. It also cracks me up when people keep calling Shulk a tool, because I explicitly remember getting in trouble when I was in like middle school for calling someone a tool. Speaking of Tool, are they still making music? That was one of my favorite bands in my youth. So I was looking at the cutscene, and you got Ricky taking off just a little bit with his tiny arms, like flying just barely. And I don't understand how Ricky can't lift fully off, with his little arms, but these people are flying with their ears. Oh, while we're talking about Ricky and his little fish, what do you call a fish with no eye? A fish. Alright, so it looks like I'm about to go on an adventure of my own, so I will come back for more corny joke day soon. Oh, I can just go in here. And I'll stop before I get to my next cutscene. Before I do, as it is also Cousin's Day, which Mr. Crime just showed up, so I'm going to yell this at him while I'm telling you guys. He dated somebody from Australia for a little bit, and they had an entire conversation about the fact that they add R's to the end of words, like no becomes ner, and so Malia ends up being Malier, and we were wondering where that came from, but the person he was dating was like, we don't do that, and he was like, yeah, you do. I'm not sure if you can hear Mr. Crime, but here, he's going to imitate it for you.
Oh no, it's Mar Jar Jar Jar.
Oh no.
If you need a translation, that's oh no, it's Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, you actually have to have... You know what? I'm going to look back and see how it translates in the English there. Because they have different English whenever you set the videos up. It's like, is this U.S. English? Is it, you know, British? Like, where is it from? UK, whatever. So...
That's interesting.
Alright, looks like that would be our next cutscene. So I'm going to cut it there, and now that we've got my cousin in the house, we are going to make another video this evening. So, yeah, look forward to that, and thanks guys for watching. We will see you all this evening.
See you then.